Hello guys, this is your Cosmic Slade Piru speaking. Today we're taking our very first look at the upcoming DC Universe Online Booster Bundle, featuring brand new Kryptonite Forged Materials, the incredible Supergirl's Fire Wings, and the Red Tornado inspired skin. At the moment, these are the rewards that have been officially showcased. There may be additional cosmetic items included in the booster bundle, but since nothing else has been confirmed yet, today we'll be focusing exclusively on what we know is definitely coming. Before we begin, though, I'd like to mention something important. During Friday's official DCUO livestream, these rewards were only shown briefly, and unfortunately both the available footage and the screenshots I was able to capture weren't exactly ideal for showing all the little details, so I decided to recreate every reward as faithfully as possible. The images you'll see throughout this video are not official promotional images from DC Universe Online, but high-quality recreations based on everything shown during the live stream. My goal is simply to give everyone a much clearer idea of what these cosmetics actually look like while we wait for the official renders. With that said, let's get started. Let's begin with the Kryptonite Forged Materials. Generally speaking, I'm not a huge fan of materials that apply the exact same pattern across every piece of armor. I usually prefer materials that preserve some variation between different parts of a style. However, what makes these Kryptonite Forged Materials so interesting isn't simply their color, it's their texture. They have the appearance of polished gemstones or naturally formed minerals, giving every piece a smooth, refined surface while still showcasing the distinctive veins and crystalline patterns you'd expect to find inside precious stones. The surface appears smooth and refined, while still preserving the irregular veins and natural fractures you'd normally expect to find inside precious gemstones. That combination gives these materials a surprisingly realistic, almost geological appearance. And from what we've seen so far, the Kryptonite Forged Materials will come in several different colors. So, let's start with the gray Kryptonite Forged Material. This one immediately gives me the impression of polished stone, almost like a blend of granite and crystalline minerals. It's subtle, elegant, and probably the most versatile of the collection, making it easy to incorporate into a wide variety of character styles. Then we have the classic green Kryptonite, which is probably the version that most players will associate with Superman. The emerald glow combined with those crystalline veins really captures the idea of natural kryptonite extracted directly from Krypton itself. I can already imagine themed characters using this one. The blue version, meanwhile, looks surprisingly elegant. It gives off a colder, almost mystical appearance, and the internal crystal patterns become even more noticeable here. Talking about the red kryptonite, then, let's say that it has always represented unpredictability within Superman lore. Visually, this might actually become one of my favorites. The deep crimson tones flowing through the mineral veins give the armor a much more dangerous appearance. The yellow variation, instead, almost resembles polished amber mixed with glowing crystal. It feels brighter than the others while still maintaining that rocky, forged aesthetic. Pink Kryptonite is definitely one of the more unusual colors. I can already see plenty of creative style combinations using this one. And finally, the rainbow Kryptonite Forged Material. Rather than focusing on a single kryptonite color, this material blends multiple crystalline hues into one stunning design. The result almost feels like looking into the emotional spectrum itself, with different colors flowing together across the crystal veins to create a truly unique appearance. I have a feeling this could be one of the rarest, and certainly one of the most sought-after materials in the entire booster bundle. But now let's move on to what is probably my favorite reward from the entire booster bundle, Supergirl's Fire Wings. Comic book readers will probably recognize the inspiration immediately. These wings are based on one of Supergirl's more recent comic appearances, where she manifests enormous wings made entirely of living energy and flame. They're not traditional feathered wings. Instead, they look like blazing streams of energy constantly flowing outward from her back. From what we saw during the live stream, DCUO seems to have captured that effect remarkably well. The wings transition through multiple shades of color, starting with bright oranges and fiery yellows, before gradually shifting into vibrant pinks and magentas near the outer edges. The result almost resembles a living solar flare, and I think they'll become one of the most popular cosmetic rewards we've received in a long time. The last reward we got a glimpse of during the live stream was the Red Tornado inspired skin, recreating the iconic android-like appearance of the Justice League hero. One thing I really like is that it's fully customizable. As you can see with this example, you don't have to use it exclusively to recreate Red Tornado. It can also be used to create completely different characters. This particular style actually reminds me a bit of Kratos from God of War, and I also think this skin could work incredibly well for anyone trying to recreate Aang from Avatar, The Last Airbender. To wrap things up, let's say that whether it's the crystalline beauty of the Kryptonite Forged Materials, the spectacular Fire Wings inspired by Supergirl, or the iconic Red Tornado inspired skin, there's a clear comic book identity behind every reward. Personally, I'll surely try to get the wings. But now I want to hear your opinion. Which reward are you most excited about? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this first look, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss future DC Universe online news and showcases. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, see you in game, guys.